Well, howdy everyone. I have an interesting question today. So I got a question in, and it's a pretty simple question, and my tripod just slipped. So excuse me while I adjust. Some days technology and tools and things are really fabulous, and then they don't work and they're not so fabulous. But that's okay. We're almost there. It is Tuesday. I don't know about you, but my week makes it feel like today's Thursday. And that's really, I guess, a good thing when you're busy, when it's things go by fast. But today's question was actually posed to me, and it's really simple. It is, what is the difference between a business coach and a business class? Well, there's actually quite a bit of difference. And I'll start off with, it depends on the class you're taking. A lot of times, they're very informative, right? And most anything you do from a educational standpoint is going to improve your business. But I find you have different cycles of need of education. You'll start off needing business fundamentals, and then we kind of move into mindset and leadership, and then management. So as you go through your cycle on your entrepreneurship journey, know that that'll be different. But I think probably the first difference between like a business class and a business coach is what I would call the no-do gap. You might have heard me speak about this a few times. The no-do gap is for most, well, let me back up and give you this as an example. Have you ever gone to a conference? Have you ever gone to a class? You've gotten tons of great ideas, lots of motivation and inspiration, and come Monday morning, nada happens. Nothing happens. That's the no-do gap, all right? And so on one side, you have what you know, and most business owners know a lot. It's actually a very dangerous thing to know too much. And I talk about it in the book, First This, Then That, why we've got to let some of that knowledge go. Because knowledge keeps us from actually doing, was it the action part of being successful in a business. And there's the gap. And a lot of times people just never make it over the gap. You can actually know less, but do more and be more successful than knowing more and doing less. So there's an interesting path I see people take of feeling like they learn, and understanding that it's not about learning. All right. So most of my clients, by the time we're working together, are smart people. They really are. I'm impressed with their brilliance that they have. It's not about the knowledge. It's not about your capacity to learn. It's about your capacity to implement and implement strategically. Which kind of brings us to the second way that a business coach is different than a business class. A lot of times I teach classes. I run a mastermind, a small group of people, and I keep my small group masterminds small on purpose because I want to have depth of impact, transformation within my clients' businesses. If I have 30 people in the room, I'm not going to be able to know each business individually or as deep as I can know a group of 10. Okay, and so this is one of the this is really one of the things my clients benefit of for the mastermind, especially, is being in that group. I can tell you strategically how whatever it is we're working on actually is in alignment with your goals, how it actually is in alignment with your values, and sometimes even more important, how the knowledge or what you do with the knowledge is in alignment with your ideal client. Now, I've worked with people that have gotten all the education, but the education aspect wasn't in alignment with one of those three characteristics, either who they were, what they wanted from their business, their goals, their values, their ideal client. None of that in alignment. The knowledge was out of alignment. What happened was nothing. Big goose egg. Okay, nothing, no success. So those are really key, and sometimes you need, you're a little too close to it. I can be a little too close to my own business, right? When you're a little too close to it, you can't see that strategy that says, nope, this isn't in alignment with that, and therefore it's less likely to work. So that strategic insight, the ability to make sure that everything's in alignment, because if it is, that has that much higher of a probability of success. Number 2 reason. Number 3 is this customization and individualization. This, I don't know if you've ever done strength finders. Actually, it's so funny. I just didn't even think about this earlier. So far, the 3 big reasons that we're talking about the difference between a business coach and a class are actually happen to all do with my strengths, my strength finders. So the last one I want to talk to you about is this idea of individualization. One thing I have seen be the biggest disconnect for most people if they're taking a class is they don't know how to make it theirs. They don't know how to do the tweaks, and they don't know how to do it in such a way that makes sense for their product, their pricing, their clients, all of those types of things. The customization that has to come. That is at least one of my skill sets, is knowing how one strategy, one strategic here, right, can actually be put to use in a plumbing business, in a dentistry business, in a web design, for a photographer, for fitness, for health and wellness, all those different areas, because they do have tweaks, and they do have things that you need to make modifications to in order for a strategy to actually work in that environment. So that's kind of our big 3. I've been staring at numbers too much again. So our big 3 being, there's a difference between learning and doing, and a coach helps you actually do more. You learn along the way, but it's really about something to hold you accountable. 2 is that whole idea of being strategic and taking knowledge and implementing it strategically to reach your goals. And then 3, the customization, the individualization, making it work in real life. So I would say those are the big 3 for what's difference between a business coach and a business class. And I love that I have this question. So if you have more questions, no matter how big or small, let me know. Shoot me a message or leave a comment here on Coaching from the Carpool. If you know somebody that should be watching Coaching on the Carpool, then please feel free to share this episode, tag them in it, however you'd like to share it. I'm all good with that. But my name is Leslie Hassler. I'm the owner of Your Biz Rules Business Coaching and host of Coaching from the Carpool. We're here most Tuesdays and Thursdays about 2:45. That's it for today, guys. I hope you're having a profitable week. And if you're looking for a coach, why don't you reach out to me? We'll see if it's a good fit. If not, I'll be happy to recommend you to somebody that would be a good fit. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great one.